Hello, welcome to a second channel video. Right now, I have no internet, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna get this uploaded, but I'll find a way. Maybe I'll upload it from my phone. But I was trying to figure out what I should do in the meantime while I wait for internet, since that's gonna be a while. You know, I've been working on the Slender video, but in the meantime, I've been also listening to a bunch of Five Nights at Freddy's music for nostalgia reasons, and decided, you know what? Let's do a tier list. So here on the second channel, we have a Five Nights at Freddy's tier list. This is exclusively songs that I have listened to like quite a bit, so this is not going to include all of them, or probably even close to all of them. But this is just the ones that I remember the most, that I think are worth talking about, including one of them which is very recent for me hearing about it, as I was putting together this tier list. It's No More, and that one I literally did not hear until today, but I still decided to include it because I liked it so much. So starting us off, I'm just going to go from the top of this stuff. It's been so long. So basically, here's what I'm gonna do. The categories I have are the best. I can only pick 3 for those. Pure nostalgia, which is probably the second highest honor you can get. Headbanger, actually emotional / scary, groovy, pretty good, and bad. Except for pretty good, bad, and the best. Like groovy, emotional, headbanger, all of that stuff doesn't really it's different categories, not necessarily which one is better. It's just they fit in different categories. I thought that would be interesting. Let's get started. I'm gonna pick everything, and then I'm gonna decide what I wanna go in my top 3. So starting with It's Been So Long. I already know this is going in my top 3. I already know that that's gonna happen because I think it's the best FNaF song. And it could also go in emotional / scary. I remember being 12 and being like, this is so sad. I think it fits much better in pure nostalgia. Next is the first Five Nights at Freddy's song from the Living Tombstone. I think that also has to go in pure nostalgia, honestly. I mean, of course. Hold on, actually, let me pull some up on my phone. Are you kidding me? That instrumental break is fantastic. Seriously, I know it was a meme and everything, but that is one of the best instrumental breaks ever, in my opinion. That is insane. It's so good. Honestly, the Living Tombstone has a way of I mean, their lyrics are stupid most of the time. Most Five Nights at Freddy's songs have really dumb lyrics because it's about Five Nights at Freddy's. But the instrumentals, that top banter intro, hold on. Ready? Hold on. Come on. I'm already in 2014 again. And then and that synth. Are you kidding? Fantastic. Pure nostalgia. All right, moving on. Next is Die in a Fire, the third Living Tombstone song. Honestly, I'm just gonna put this in pretty good. When it first came out, I did not like it. I did not like it when it first came out. I was it's like an indie pop rock almost, because it has the little snaps or whatever. And I was like, what is it? This is really weird. I don't like this. And then later, I liked it a little bit more, but still, it doesn't have nostalgia for me because I didn't really like it that much when it came out. It's not like a banger. It's not, but it's pretty good. It's fine. It's fine. I'll listen to it. I will have it on my playlist. It's not the one I'm looking forward to, but I'll have it on my FNaF playlist. Got No Time, the fourth Living Tombstone song. Honestly, I'm kind of torn between emotional and headbanger or emotional and scary / headbanger. The instrumental is pretty banging, you know? And the breakdown, look at this. That's so cool. That's such a banger. But at the same time, I feel when I listen to it, there's actually some emotion behind it, which is actually kind of cool. Or an atmosphere behind it. I'm not getting sad or whatever, but it's kind of a tough pick between the two. But honestly, the the breakdown, that's got to put it in headbanger. Then the sister location Living Tombstone song, that is definitely in headbanger as well, 100%. That is weirdly dubstep almost. My favorite part about this, legitimately my favorite part about this song, is the guitar. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it on the phone, but ready? It goes, it's so good. It's definitely a banger. Next, I have Random Encounters, the FNaF the musical. Now, honestly, each night in this musical gives me a different vibe entirely. I'm gonna be honest. Like, the first one and second one I think are my favorite, but that's because of the nostalgia. I think legitimately this Night 2 is like really cool. Like, I mean, in a really cheesy, goofy way, obviously, but the whole, like, in all my dreams I see, like, that whole thing is great. And then in the Night 4, I believe, Markiplier hits that high note. Crazy. I am gonna have to put it in pure nostalgia, because I remember I followed them as each night came out, and it was like over multiple years, I believe, that these came out. So gotta put it there. Pure nostalgia. It's Me. Now, It's Me is an interesting one because I also feel like it might go in my top 3. It's fantastic. And it could go in, honestly, like 4 of these categories. Headbanger, because the pure nostalgia, obviously, because that's like one of the ones. And it could also be emotional / scary because they use a sample of a scream in this song. I'm watching this, I'm pulling up the Smike music video because that is the one and true music video for it. It's about to come, scream sample. Like, it could go in scary, it could go in headbanger, it could go in nostalgia, but I honestly think, because I think nostalgia for me is like the most important, I'm gonna put it in pure nostalgia because it really does bring me back. But again, it could go in like all of these. It's fantastic. All right, Join Us for a Bite. This is one I did not discover until way after Sister Location. Not very recently, but like a year or so ago. And it's so good. The singing is amazing. The actual melody and the songwriting is great. It's just really catchy and fun. It gives me Hatsune Miku vibes for some reason, but it might be because it's about a robot. And I listened to Miku songs. I was listening to a bunch of Miku songs when that first came out, so that might be why. I'm gonna put it in groovy for right now, because again, there's not really a lot of nostalgia, and it's not like a headbanger, but it's you can groove to it. It's really good. It's in the running for the other top 3. Next one is It's Time to Die by DA Games. DA Games was a huge part of my Five Nights at Freddy's song experience. You know, Break My Mind, which is later in here, and a bunch of stuff. I honestly think, looking back, some of the older DA Games songs are the ones that didn't age as well as some of the other ones. But It's Time to Die, I think, will go in pretty good. There's some nostalgia there, but it's not enough to like match up with, you know, the original Living Tombstone songs. It's good. It's fun to listen to, but it's not really a headbanger. My favorite part is the robotic like voice sounding part in the song. It's a really cool. DA Games is really good at like doing a lot of interesting mixing, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, but I like parts of that song. All right, next, another DA Games song is Flumpty's Jam. This is one I didn't listen to a ton, so there's not a lot of nostalgia to it, but I think it definitely deserves to go in groovy. That chorus, Jump Up Loud for Flumpty's Jam, fantastic. Next is I'm Not Here All Night, which I just remember being called Phone Guy, but I guess not. Gonna be honest, this is probably the only one I'm gonna put in bad. I remember liking it, but I listened back to it. The mixing on it is just like, there's just too much going on. The melody of the lyrics don't go together. I mean, I think I heard somewhere that DA Games isn't even necessarily like super proud of this song, which like, I'm not trying to be like, yeah, I know how to make songs better. I'm just saying, personally, listening to it, when you compare it to the other ones, it is not on the same level. But if you like it, that's fine. Just bad opinion, I guess. Break My Mind, DA Games. Okay, dang. This is definitely a headbanger, but it's gotta go in pure nostalgia for me because this is all I listened to when Five Nights at Freddy's 4 came out. This song, fantastic. Again, it suffers from FNaF song syndrome, where the lyrics are really bad, but it bangs so hard, and I don't know if that's just nostalgia. That's one of the reasons I'm putting it here and not in headbanger, because it might honestly not even be as good as I am thinking it is, but there's so much nostalgia for that. Another DA Game song, Left Behind. This one I don't have a lot of nostalgia for. Honestly, I'm just gonna put it in pretty good. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's pretty good, and I like that this was before the game came out, and it actually like predicted a lot of plot points for the game. It's kind of crazy when you listen to this and you realize, wait, this came out before we knew what the plot of the game was. But I don't know if you can groove to it. I wouldn't even call it like a headbanger, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Here we go. Follow Me. This song, there's a lot of nostalgia, but not quite as much as something like It's Me or DA Games. So I'm gonna put it in Headbanger. So this is the one, No More is the one that I very recently came across, and apparently it's really old. It was when Nate Wants to Battle was still called Nate Wants to Battle. I mean, it's fantastic, but the thing that I noticed is, first of all, the chorus is fantastic. The songwriting is really good, but also its mixing is not like video game song mixing. It's like mixed like a song that I could legitimately see this song being put on the radio. So I'm gonna put it in Headbanger. Into the Pit, a more recent one. Not a lot of nostalgia for it because it's recent, and again, I think I've said this before, and I think this is the reason I'm doing this tier list in the first place. I don't really care that much about modern Five Nights at Freddy's. Security Breach, I might play it. People want me to make a video about Help Wanted and Security Breach. I just don't care enough to make videos about them. And same goes, like, the movie was really the only thing I was looking forward to, and it's not happening, I guess. I don't have a lot to say about, like, the books are just, they're stupid. I think the new books, like the trilogy was fine, but the new books, like, they're just too ridiculous for me to want to even get into. But the song Into the Pit, I saw that Daco made it, and I was like, well, I really like Daco, so I'll listen to the song that he worked on with somebody else. And honestly, it's a banger. It slaps so hard that I mean, again, lyrics are stupid, but like, that's what happens when you make a song about Five Nights at Freddy's. But it has like a really, like, the melody is really good, and the chorus is just fantastic. Like, it's legitimately a fantastic song. Okay, Balloons. Now, you may be asking yourself, if you know anything about the creator of this song, why did I include this? Well, I wanted to sort of maybe make a point about in general. I guess what I want to say is, when people say separate the art from the artist, I think the thing that people get from that is you should keep supporting the artist because the art is good, even if the artist is bad. I don't think that. When I think separate the art from the artist, the point I want to make is, don't assume that because the quality of something is good, it means the person who made it is good. Don't assume that they are good just because they like something you make, because then you'll end up defending them when they do something bad. That's a point I wanted to make. Next one is Built in the 80s. This one doesn't have a lot of nostalgia for me. I really like it. I love the vibe that they're going for in it. So I'm just gonna put it in Headbanger. It's great. It really does sound like an 80s like pop rock song. Fantastic vibe. It's a little gimmicky because, you know, it's like, it's built in the 80s, it's about the 80s, and the lyrics are like sort of over dramatic on purpose to sound like an old 80s song, but it's good. It's good. The Rhett and Link Five Nights at Freddy's song. Some of you might not even know that this existed. It is featuring Markiplier, making this the second Five Nights at Freddy's song on this list that has Markiplier in it. The music video, what was crazy, this is a fun story. Me and my friends were listening back to some old FNaF songs, and we saw the animated music video for this. And so the animated version of the music video was animated by Vivzy Pop, the creator of Has Been Hotel. So, fun fact, that was just wild considering I had made a whole like 25-minute video about Has Been Hotel before. This song is definitely more comedically inclined than other ones because that's what Rhett and Link do, and they also didn't know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's. They were making it with Markiplier, and he was telling them things about it. But I love Rhett and Link so much. I've been following them. We found them, my family found them when I lived in Maine in like 2009. We watched the Main Man music video. And then after that, we've just been watching them, and their music is so good. Huge parts of my childhood. Their Five Nights at Freddy's song, the chorus is so good. It's fantastic. It's so good. I have to put it in pure nostalgia because, again, it takes me right back to whenever it came out. Okay, so there's a couple in here that I have that are honorary mentions, and that is Dead Man's Bones, In the Room Where You Sleep, which played in the music video for the anticipated and sadly canceled fan game, not music video, a trailer for Project Box. That is one of the I talked about it in a video a couple times. It's literally looked like it would be one of the coolest fan games ever. I love it so much. It looked so good. And it's how I discovered one of my new favorite bands, which is Dead Man's Bones, which is Ryan Gosling's band. It's a fantastic band. It has a vibe that I love so much. And it's very closely associated with FNaF at this point, and I'm gonna put it in emotional/scary. There will be others that go in there, I swear. But yeah, I'm putting it in emotional/scary because it really does have a legitimately spooky vibe. The other one that I have as an honorary mention is I Can't Decide by the Scissor Sisters. This is a song that came from a very specific time, in very specific communities of, you know, animation memes that I was not a part of at all. But I remember finding this old Five Nights at Freddy's purple guy animation with Vincent. So it's that long ago when it was Vincent Purple Guy. I know it was the original one was removed. It was by So Proxy. I think Diet Stab was what it was at the time of this being uploaded though. Yeah, so it is forever associated with Five Nights at Freddy's for me because that's the first time I heard that song. It's groovy. It's not a headbanger, but you can groove to that shit. It's so good. Next is Creepin' Towards the Door. This one is pretty nostalgic. It's not pure nostalgia, but it's pretty nostalgic because I remember when that first came out. It definitely does take me back. But honestly, it's gotta go in groovy because oh my god, is it a groove. The little solos that they do, that guitar, fantastic. Love it so much. So yeah, definitely going in groovy. Roomy FNaF song. A little bit odd that Roomy made a video. This is sort of like Rhett and Link making a FNaF song. It's like, oh, okay. But I gotta be honest, this is going directly in emotional/scary. I mean, it is a banger. It is definitely like I love the production of it, and it's all fantastic. If you haven't listened to it before, because again, it's not made by like a FNaF song creator, listen to it. It's so good. 5 nights only, 5 nights only, 5 nights at Freddy's. It bangs, obviously, so I would put it in a headbanger, but it has a vibe about it that is legitimately like especially the end chorus. It's got a spooky vibe. It's fantastic. It's great. It also does this little skipping thing that one of my friends hates that the song does, but I love it. It's so cool. Stay Calm is going directly in pure nostalgia. It's definitely a runner-up for the best. It was my favorite song in 2014, or my favorite Five Nights at Freddy's song in 2014 to like 2017. It was like, I was like, of course this is the best one. Of course it's the best one. Honestly, the thing about Stay Calm, I feel bad about not putting it in the best 3, but I just don't think it is. Like, the best 3 have to be good as nostalgia and good on their own. And while Stay Calm is a good song on its own, it does not compare to something like It's Been So Long. I just don't know if it's as good as I think it is, because that's just nostalgia. And the last one is Dear Father. I listened to this one a little while ago. It's about the books, which is interesting, because there really aren't that many songs about the books. I remember being like, oh yeah, this is pretty good, but I won't listen to it a bunch. And then I listened to it again for this video, and it was pretty emotional. Like, I was surprised about, like, I get emotional pretty easy, but not with Five Nights at Freddy's songs. It's Been So Long is like the one that I remember being really sad about when I was like 12, but none of the other ones would really make me like sad. But this one legitimately, like, I had a really, whoever the singer is, whoever did this, fantastic job. Like, really, really good singing. And I like, there's just one piano note that goes in the background, a lot of it, and it creates this really fantastic vibe. So definitely emotional/scary, because it brought some, like, I was like, dang, I can't believe I'm actually feeling something from a FNaF song. But then again, it's really not about like spooky animatronics. It's about like Charlie and her dad's dead. So like, I mean, yeah, that's pretty sad. That is the tier list. Now let's figure out what goes on top, what goes into the top 3. So of course, It's Been So Long is going top 3. It's one of the best. Like, this is legitimately spooky. This could go here, but it's going top 3. So now it comes down to what is the final of the top 3. Right now, the runners-up are the original Five Nights at Freddy's Living Tombstone song, Stay Calm, and Join Us for a Bite. I think the lyric, okay, so here's what I'm going at. Stay Calm is so much nostalgia. I remember wanting to make a FNaF movie, which you can find the dregs of that. I'll put a link in the description of a FNaF short film I did a really long time ago. That was what was left of a full feature-length FNaF movie idea I had, and I wanted Stay Calm to be the end credits because I love that song that much. I really feel like it captures a lot of the first, like, era of FNaF. Obviously, like, the nostalgia, like, of course Five Nights at Freddy's one Living Tombstone song, like, of course it would be up there. But I think Join Us for a Bite just tops them all out a little bit because of a couple things. Number one, if we're gonna talk about like yes, the nostalgia of Stay Calm and the first Living Tombstone one are higher, but if we're gonna talk about quality, the singing in Join Us for a Bite is fantastic. The melody is so catchy. It managed to be one of the best ones, even though Stay Calm and Living Tombstone have so much time ahead of them and nostalgia ahead of them. And there are a couple of lines that I actually think are good and not stupid. The line, "Don't hold it against us, we're all right." I like that. It gives a vibe to the song that I like a personality to the character of Baby in the song. I really like that. Then the other one is, I'll just pull it up. I think that's a pretty good line. That's pretty good lyrics. It feels bad not putting the original Living Tombstone song or Stay Calm up there, but I just have to be honest. I think this is the tier list. So yeah, this is mine. Here it is. That is mine. Legitimately, I'm interested to see what other people's are and what other songs people include. If you have Five Nights at Freddy's songs that I did not include on here that you'd like, send them to me in the comments or give me the names of them. That I would love to listen to them. I want to listen to more. There you go. There's the template. Put whatever FNaF songs you want on there. What's coming up next? Okay, I'm in an office right now. I'm in a new office. I've still got some moving to do because I just finished, or I'm almost done moving into this new place. It is a full office. It is not a bedroom and office. It is a office space. I mean, it's in my house. It's another bedroom that I turned into an office, but it is not. It is a separate room from my bedroom. So I'm still moving some stuff in, but my internet will be back on the 16th. Again, not sure how I'm going to upload this video, but the Slender video should be up as soon as I get my internet, because that should give me enough time to film it and everything. So, bye. Behind the mask, who did it? Behind the mask, behind the mask, behind the mask, behind the mask.